We have to start new article, thermal expansion. In that, three articles we have to learn. Out of that, the first article is the coefficient of linear expansion. Now, what is linear expansion? So basically, when any solid is heated, specifically we are considering here metals. When we heat the metal, then increase in the length of the metal is observed, and it is called as linear expansion. Linear expansion means related to length. We heat the substance, the metal, and if the length increases, it is called as linear expansion. And that linear expansion we measure in terms of coefficient of linear expansion. Now we consider one example here. You can consider a metal rod. First metal rod is 5 meter long and second metal rod is 10 meter long. When we hit both the rod equally, then what you observe? You observe elongation in both the metal rod if they are made from the same material. Okay, then we get the elongation. Now, elongation or the expansion, linear expansion, depends on what? It depends on the original length. Means if we observe 1 centimeter rise in the 5 meter rod, then obviously in 10 meter rod we observe the 2 centimeter rise, 2 centimeter linear expansion. It means that the expansion, linear expansion, depends on the original length that you note. The second thing is, I consider again same length rod. The first one is 5 meter and second one is also 5 meter. But here, both the rod we hit unequally. Means first is heated 10 to 100 and second rod is heated 10 to 200. Means it is heated more. Then it is observed that more the linear expansion in rod B. The reason is we heated it more. So the second thing we can conclude that the linear expansion depends on temperature. The first thing, linear expansion depends on original length. It depends on original length. And second one, linear expansion depends on rise in temperature. So rise in temperature. So the two things you come to know here. Now, based on these two things, we have to derive expression for the linear expansion. Now, let me proceed with this article. Now, I consider a metal rod. Now, we consider two lengths. So, this is a length at 0 degrees Celsius, and second one is L, which is length at T degrees Celsius. First length L0, second length L. So L is greater than L0 because we observe the expansion here. So L0 length at 0 and L is length at T degrees Celsius. Now here experimentally it is observed that increase in length. Increase in length means L minus L0. This increase in length L minus L0 directly proportional to the first point is original length. Just we already discussed. Means how much length is increased, it depends on the original length. And second one is it depends on the rise in temperature. Now here original length is L0. You can see original length L0 here. And rise in temperature means second temperature minus first temperature. Second temperature is T, first is 0. So T minus 0. The rise in temperature is T. So here we can write it mathematically. So mathematically, this L minus L0 is directly proportional to L0T. So this is a mathematical equation. Now we can put the is equal to sign by removing the proportionality sign. Now we can introduce here the constant, and this is the alpha. This is a proportionality sign and this is alpha. Alpha is the constant here, and that constant is called as coefficient of linear expansion. Coefficient of linear expansion. Now we can write a formula of the coefficient of linear expansion. Alpha is equal to L minus L0 divided by L0t. So this is the formula for coefficient of linear expansion. And by that formula, we can write a definition also. How we write definition? Now see here, L minus L0 is the increase in length. Here L0 original length. T is rise in temperature. So the definition is, so coefficient of linear expansion is defined as increase in length divided by L0 means per unit original length at 0 degrees Celsius per degree rise in temperature means T. So in that way, we get the definition for linear expansion, coefficient of linear expansion. Now, so here, let I tell you one thing here. Instead of this 0 degrees Celsius, if I consider this temperature is T1 and this length is L1, this temperature is T2 and this length is L2. Then what formula for alpha we get? Alpha is equal to, we get increase in length is L2 minus L1 divided by L1 is the original length. Rise in temperature is T2 minus T1. So this is the formula of alpha. If the first temperature is not 0, then we can write the coefficient of linear expansion like this way also. Now you can see here, if L1, L2 are length of the rod, L1, L2 are the length at temperature T1 and T2, then this is a rise in temperature. So alpha we can write L2 minus L1 divided by L1 T2 minus T. Or we can write the same formula like this well. So delta L is the rise in increase in the length. So L is the original length, delta T is the rise in the temperature. So here SI unit. Now here SI unit, you know that, so this is a length, this is a length, get cancelled. So this is a temperature, rise in temperature, 1 divided by temperature. So SI unit of the temperature is Kelvin. So per Kelvin is the SI unit. Generally, we can express it in the CGS unit degrees per degree Celsius also. We can write like this way also, per degree Celsius or degree Celsius raised to -1 like this is the SI unit. Is Kelvin, per Kelvin is the SI unit, and this we can say CGS unit or not the CGS unit, generally used unit. Now dimension, how we write the dimension? Now here unit is 1 by the temperature unit. So alpha is 1 by temperature. So 1 upon temperature, temperature dimension, you know that Kelvin raised to 1. And when it is coming up, Kelvin raised to -1. M0, L0, T0, Kelvin raised to -1. Or we can write directly this K raised to -1 Kelvin. Or you can write like this way also. If we represent temperature by theta, theta raised to -1 is the dimension. I hope you understood this linear expansion. Now after that, we can go for the questions based on this. Now substance having very small coefficient of linear expansion. And the answer is option B. Now next one is, you can see here, next question. And it is, thick glass tumbler gets cracked when boiling water is poured into it because of. Listen, you many times you already seen here. So when a glass is poured with boiling water or hot water, immediately it cracked. Because here it is because of not the poor quality. It is not because of this alpha for glass is 0. It is because here the glass is having unequal expansion. Glass having unequal expansion. When we heat the glass, it having unequal expansion, and because of that, it get crack. Now next one is coefficient of areal expansion. Areal means related to the area. When we heat a metal, then its area increases. It is called as areal expansion. Now we consider. So we consider here one metal plate. When we heat the metal plate, its size increases. You can see here, this is a metal plate. We heat it and its area increases. It is called as areal expansion. So area is A1 initially, temperature is T1 degrees Celsius. Now after heating, area is A2 and temperature is T2. Means T2 is greater than T1 here. So this type of expansion is called as areal expansion. It is also called as superficial expansion. It is also called as superficial expansion, means related to the surface. Okay. Now we obtain some formulas related to that. So we consider metal plate. So that metal plate may be a rectangular, maybe circular, any shape. Now we consider two areas. I consider area at 0 degrees Celsius and area at T degrees Celsius. A0, area at 0 degrees Celsius. A is area at T degrees Celsius. Now experimentally, it is found that increase in area. Increase in area means A minus A0. This is a larger area. This is smaller area. So A minus A0 is the increase in area. Directly proportional to original area means A0. And rise in temperature means here T minus 0 is the rise in temperature in that case. So we can write it in a mathematical way. This article is exactly similar to the previous one. Only the thing is area means length is replaced by the area. And in the equation, L is replaced by A. Now here mathematically we get A minus A0 directly proportional to A0T. Now I have to write is equal to sign. So we have to introduce constant. So beta is constant here. And this beta is the coefficient of areal expansion. So beta is the constant and it is called as coefficient of areal expansion, means related to the area. Now we can write formula of the beta. A minus A0 divided by A0T. This is the coefficient of areal expansion. Now we can write definition. A minus A0 is what? Increase in area. A0 original area. T is the rise in temperature. Therefore, coefficient of areal expansion defined as increase in area per unit original area at 0 degrees Celsius per degree rise in temperature is the definition. So when we are considering area 1 at T1 degree Celsius and area 2 at T2 degrees Celsius after heating, then coefficient of areal expansion we can write area 2 minus area 1 divided by area 1 into T2 minus T1 is the rise in temperature. This is the expression. Now you can see here area 1, area 2 at temperature T1, T2. Then coefficient of areal expansion is given by this formula. Again here, SI unit is per Kelvin, or CGS unit you can write here per degree Celsius, or generally used unit is per degree Celsius. The dimension is a temperature raised to -1. So temperature is we can express by Kelvin. So K raised to -1. So these are the zero. No need to write this one. Only you can write like this way also, K raised to -1. Now the question is, increase in area of solid per unit original area per unit rise in temperature is called as so as this is related to area, so answer is here areal expansion. Now next one is SI unit of coefficient of aerial expansion is? You know that the Kelvin, per Kelvin is the unit. So the answer is option B. Now, dimensional formula of coefficient of aerial expansion. Now, dimension is the dimension of 1 upon temperature, means K raised to minus 1 is the dimension. So it is in the option B. So option B is the more appropriate option here. Now, next one is when we heat a solid and its volume increases, then it is called as coefficient of cubical expansion or volume expansion. Cubical expansion or volume expansion. Now you can see here, I consider one cube, we heat a cube, then its volume increases after heating it. It is called as cubical expansion or volume expansion. Now here this is the volume V1, temperature that time is T1. When we heat it, next volume is V2, volume is increased, and that time temperature is T2. Now we derive some mathematics about it. So volume expansion, we consider metal sphere now. So we consider sphere because we have to consider volume here. So V0 volume at 0 degrees Celsius, V volume at T degrees Celsius. Again, this article is similar to the previous two, only the length and area replaced by volume and L and A replaced by V. Everything is as it is. Experimentally, it is found that increase in volume, V minus V0, directly proportional to again original volume and rise in temperature. So mathematically, we can write it V minus V0 proportional to V0T. So we can write is equal to sign here. Then we have to write constant, and here gamma is the constant. Now here gamma is the constant and called as coefficient of volume expansion or cubical expansion. Then the formula of the gamma is V minus V0 divided by V0T. Therefore, the coefficient of volume expansion defined as increase in volume per unit original volume at 0 degrees Celsius per degree rise in temperature. Again, if the first volume is V1 at T1 degrees Celsius, V2 at T2 degrees Celsius, then gamma is equal to V2 minus V1 divided by V1 T2 minus T1. This is the formula. Now you can see a formula here again. The same formula we can write in a different fashion also. Again, same SI unit, same dimension, because again, in similar way, we are written here dimension and this. Now we start new article, and it is relation between coefficient of expansion. Means alpha is the linear expansion, coefficient of linear expansion, beta is coefficient of aerial expansion, and gamma is coefficient of volume or cubical expansion. We have to obtain relation between these three. Now first, we obtain relation between alpha and beta. Now we know their formulas. We consider one metal plate of side L. Then I consider L0 is length at 0 degrees Celsius. LT I consider length at T degrees Celsius. Then we can write a formula. LT is equal to L0 1 plus alpha T. How we written this formula? Alpha is equal to, you know that, LT minus L0 divided by L0 T. By using that formula, alpha L0 T is equal to LT minus L0. So we can write formula of LT. So formula of LT, L0 we can shift to this side, L0 plus alpha L0 T is equal to LT. So L0 we can take common, so 1 plus alpha T is equal to LT. This is the formula, and this formula you can see here. So this is the length at T degrees Celsius. Now we can square both the sides. Then we get LT square is equal to L0 square plus 1 plus alpha T in a bracket square. Also, you know that length square is a square plate. Area of the square plate is length square. So here length square is there. So I can write its area at T degrees Celsius. L0 square is length at 0 degrees Celsius. I can write it as an area at 0 degrees Celsius. And this 1 plus alpha T as it is. So we get equation number 1. We get equation number 1 here. Also, we know if I consider here, area at T degrees Celsius and area at 0 degrees Celsius, we know the formula of beta. Beta is area at T degrees Celsius minus area at 0 degrees Celsius divided by area at 0 degrees Celsius into T is the rise in temperature. So by using that, we can write area at T is equal to area at 0 degrees Celsius in a bracket 1 plus beta T. By simplifying this, we get this equation, and it is equation number 2. Now equation 1, equation 2, both are equation, means one side is common, so left hand side is common, so obviously we can equate these two equations. So by equating these two equations, we get right hand sides are equal. Now we get right hand side equal, then we can cancel the common term. This area 0 get cancelled. Then 1 plus alpha T bracket square, we can use here a plus b bracket square expansion, and then we expand this bracket. So next step we get here. So expansion of this by using a plus b bracket square is 1 plus 2 alpha T plus alpha square T square is equal to 1 plus beta T. Now here this is 1 get cancelled. Now here we get 2 alpha T plus alpha square T square is equal to beta T. But here the alpha is very small. Alpha is very small. So we can neglect the alpha square into T square. Alpha is very small, so alpha square is again smaller term, so we neglect this. So if we neglect this term, then we get 2 alpha is equal to beta T. 2 alpha T is equal to beta T. Then we can cancel again the T from both the sides, and we get a final expression, beta is equal to 2 alpha. Beta is equal to 2 alpha. And this is relation between alpha and beta. Now next article is relation between coefficient of expansion, and it is point number 2, alpha and gamma. The relation we have to find out between alpha and gamma, coefficient of linear expansion and volume expansion. Again, we consider length at 0. It's again we consider square plate of side L0, side L. So L0 is side at 0 degrees Celsius, LT is at T degrees Celsius. Then LT we can write L0 1 plus alpha T. Then taking cube of both sides. So you know that length cube is a volume. So LT cube is equal to L0 cube in a bracket 1 plus alpha T cube. So LT cube, we can write this as a volume. So this as a we can write volume. So this is a volume at T degrees Celsius, volume at 0 degrees Celsius. 1 plus alpha T cube. Now here also we know the formula. So coefficient of cubic expansion or volume expansion, by using that we can write Vt is equal to V0 1 plus gamma T. This is equation number 2. So equating equation 1 and 2. So their left hand side is same, so obviously right hand side is same, so we get this equation. Now we can cancel the common term. This V0 from both the sides is cancelled. So 1 plus alpha T cube is equal to 1 plus gamma T. Now here taking cube of this, so 1 plus alpha T bracket cube, so we get 1 plus 3 alpha T plus 3 alpha square T square plus 3 alpha cube t cube is equal to 1 plus gamma t. Again, this one get cancel. Again, alpha is very small. Same logic we have to use. Alpha is very small, so we have to neglect this alpha square t square, and this term we have to neglect. So if we neglect this cube term and this square term, then we get only this term is equal to gamma t. So we get here 3 alpha t is equal to gamma t. Again, we can cancel here t from both the sides. So we get here formula gamma is equal to 3 alpha. And this is relation between gamma and alpha. Gamma is equal to, so just in previous article, we get beta is equal to 2 alpha, and here gamma is equal to 3 alpha. So we get relation between alpha and beta, alpha and gamma. Now by doing that, you can write relation between alpha, beta and gamma. The first relation is, so beta is equal to 2 alpha that we get. Gamma is equal to 3 alpha, that also we derived in the previous. Now if you add alpha plus beta, then you will get gamma. If you add these two, you will get gamma. You can check it by mathematically, you already have the relations. So if you take a ratio alpha as to beta as to gamma, then we get it as a 1 as to 2 as to 3. Okay, because you know that here we can put the same equation like this. Instead of alpha, I can write alpha. Instead of beta, we can write 2 alpha. Instead of gamma, we can write 3 alpha. Then alpha, alpha from everyone get cancelled. So we get 1 as to 2 as to 3. As well as you can write alpha as to 1, alpha divided by 1 is equal to beta divided by 2 is equal to gamma divided by 3. In that way also you can write. So these are the different relations. In the same relations, we can express in a different ways by modifying it. One more thing you remember, the values of alpha, beta, gamma are independent of units of length, area, and volume. So why it is independent? Because it is a ratio of the same quantity. Now see the question. CGS unit of cubical expansion of solid. I hope you're able to recall it. What is the CGS unit? Obviously, per Kelvin is the SI unit. So this is the SI unit. So CGS unit is per degree Celsius. So this is, or we can write like this way also, per degree Celsius. Now next one, the dimension of this coefficient of cubical expansion. And the 4 options are there. So obviously the dimension is similar to the dimension of alpha and beta. So temperature raised to -1. So obviously this is the answer. Now